Gotta love it. Howdy folks, it's Nito with AP 2020 Outdoors. You know, a few weeks ago I picked up the Oregon Trail Deluxe Stippling kit, and one of my buddies at work had seen my Glock 42 and was very impressed with the stippling job I did on it. So he gave me his Kel-Tec P11. I think that's a 9mm. So we'll go ahead and I'm going to do just a stippling job on the grip section. Now before we start on this project, I printed out a couple pictures of the P11, the Kel-Tec, and I went over with him, okay, these are the areas I'm going to stipple, just to double check with what he wanted. So I just took a yellow highlighter and I just highlighted the areas that I'm going to hit. Now, the first step that I have found to be the easiest is to use, this is kind of like a rectangle with an angle cut. That's to get the border. And then I'm going to finish it with the, this is the 30 lines per inch waffle. See if I get that zoomed in. And that will be the overall pattern. All right, let's get started. So what I like to do is just take the flat edge of this tip and just start drawing my perimeter. And I'm finding out this Kel-Tec polymer is a little bit softer than a Glock. So we'll go ahead and just take our time trying to figure out the depth here. Now you notice I have it set up against a piece of duct tape. I'm just trying to figure out what would be the, oh, here you go. This is probably a better fixture. I can rest my hand on this duct tape section right here. Oh yeah, I like that better. Nice line there. Now there is a brass brush. You want to keep that tip cleaned off because it will accumulate some of the plastic or polymer. So we'll go ahead and go to this edge here. So actually what takes the longest is the just drawing the perimeter, and when we get to the waffle tip you'll see how quickly that goes. One thing I want to reiterate is that to get the even depth of the stipple is that you try to hold the tool perpendicular to your surface. Alright, so now I'm going to try to go around the Kel-Tec logo there. And like I said, there are multiple angles that you have to contend with, and like I said, the biggest thing is you want to stay perpendicular to the surface. Now I do notice a pin, probably that's retaining the recoil or the hammer spring, so we're going to try to avoid stippling that area. Alright, if you see anything you don't like, you can just go back lightly. I see that this top edge I want to clean up, get a sharper straight edge. Alright, that's about it for the perimeter. Clean the tip off. So we'll go ahead and do the starboard side. Same thing. So I see that he drew a line underneath the mag button, so I'm going to follow that. Go around the Kel-Tec label on this side, or the logo. As you can see, I'm trying to constantly maintain that perpendicular angle, so I'm constantly changing the position of the frame. Okay, I think that's it for the perimeter. Clean up those edges a little bit later on. So what I like to do is just, and let me clean that tip off first. I just use a small hemostats. Now you don't want to take the next tip that you're going to use and handle it with your bare hands, because I found out the hard way that if you try to screw it on like this, that heat is going to transfer immediately to your fingers and you're going to get burnt. So I just use you can use a pair of needle nose pliers if you have some. Just don't squeeze down too hard, just enough to get a grip. We'll go ahead and let that tip get heated up to temperature. So you see there's some flashing right there. That's not a problem. You can clean that off later on, maybe with some fine sandpaper. So what I plan on doing, I'm going to go ahead and continue this on the back strap. And he did not want the, obviously, where it gets into the web of your grip, he does not want that stippled, so I'm just going to follow a slight radius back here. Once again, I'm going to avoid the, this actually houses the trigger spring assembly, so we'll go ahead and avoid, just in case he wants to take that apart. Alright, let's see how that tip's doing. Now one thing about the round tip, the waffle tip, this is a 30 lines per inch. When you first go over the surface, you'll see a bunch of the circular patterns. And don't worry about that. All you have to do is I just rotate the iron maybe about 10 degrees and it'll blend those right in. So let's go ahead and start hitting this. And you see what I'm doing? I'm going right to the edge of where I had the flat stipple. And I like to work left to right. So I'll just go ahead and start on the port side and work my way back to the starboard side. I'm going to do the back strap now. I notice my tip is starting to get some residue on it. Just clean it off. So I'm putting a good amount of pressure. And you can see some, you can see where it's a little bit shallow, so you can go back over that. But we'll go back over it later on. I just want to get the first round of stippling on. So like I said, on the curved surfaces, you want to try to stay perpendicular to the surface. So I'm actually rotating the frame. I'm trying to keep my iron in the same position. And I'm just pivoting upon the back of the frame. So now I notice there's a surface change right here. So I'm going to actually flip it over. Go ahead and do this section here. Now you notice how I actually, instead of moving the frame, I'm moving my iron now to stay perpendicular. So what we're striving for here is just to get as much of the surface covered, and then we'll go back through and clean everything up. Alright, Alright folks, so if you look, it looks like I missed a bunch of spots. That's no problem. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back over and I'm actually going to try to rotate the iron so you lose some of the circular patterns. So we'll go ahead and do that. As you can see, I'm just randomly just hitting spots now. I can see the shiny spots. Those are patterns in the polymer that were not fully engaged. Oh yeah, that's starting to look real nice now. See that, folks? the guys that take a single tip wood burner, you know, it's no wonder they charge $150, $200 to do one of these jobs. You know, I'm guessing there's several thousand little indentations, and that's the beauty of these waffle tips. You know, these are 20 or 30 lines per inch. So what I'm doing, I'm just looking for any shiny spots just to clean it up. And I think he wanted the magazine done as well. And we'll do that real quick. Alright folks, all in all I'm pretty happy with the results. Pretty nice. Cool breeze. By the way folks, I have a little tabletop fan. You want to have one of those going to exhaust some of the fumes that will come off the polymer. You know, a few months ago I thought, man, I would never be able to stipple a handgun, and I think this is probably my third or fourth one I've done, and I'm very happy with the results. The Oregon Trail Defense, this is a firearm stippling kit. You know, this is the deluxe kit, and it comes with a multitude of different tips you could use. I'm just experimenting right now. You know, for the smaller frame concealed handguns, I like the 30 lines per inch. It's not too aggressive. Still gives you pretty decent purchase. You know, I actually even did my my tactical knife in the same pattern. Not too aggressive, but it still gives you a good enough purchase. All right, Marty B, you owe me some work now on one of my vehicles. That's Nita with AP 2020 Outdoors. Hope you all enjoyed the video. We'll see you later.